All right, so there's topic one. That was a lengthy one, but we're gonna switch the script a little bit from talking about
Oh boy.
one passion to another. We're going to talk about wrestling. And you're probably asking me, Brett, why are you talking about wrestling? Kate doesn't watch wrestling. That's exactly the point, ladies and gentlemen, because it's trivia time. We're going to take a little tidbit, little trick, oh boy, little idea, there we go, from Achievement Hunter's Ready, Set, Show with Jeremy Dooley and Trevor Collins. And Jeremy is a big wrestling fan. Trevor is not. And Jeremy decided to quiz Trevor on some things in current day's wrestling, multiple choice. So I'm going to do that for Kate. Now, Kate has watched a grand total 4 matches. I'm going to say 4 matches.
Yep. Some clips here and there of some other people.
Yeah.
Like, we've done some top 10.
True.
Craziest lists.
Craziest gimmicks. And
there's the one guy that I will never recover from seeing that.
The Boogeyman?
Yes. I'll never recover from that. I'm not
Oh boy. So I have a list of 10 questions here spanning the eras of wrestling. I'm going to be talking or asking Kate some questions. Each are multiple choice. Each have 4 answers in total, and we're just to see how well she does. Obviously, feel free to play at home. But yeah, Kate, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay. Question 1. Someone you didn't even know who was a wrestler until Kyle and I told you.
Cool.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, yeah. My mind was a little bit blown. For some reason, I never questioned why he was called Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I was like, okay, this is just like a name that he chose, and he's a movie star, and people call him that. Okay.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson wrestled during the Attitude Era back in the 90s. All right. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had a tattoo of an animal, giving him an iconic nickname. Here are your options.
Okay.
Was his nickname the Samoan Stallion, the Electrifying Eagle, the Brahma Bull, or the Ravenous Raven?
He had a tattoo?
So he had a tattoo of an animal giving him this nickname. Once again, the options are the Samoan Stallion, the Electrifying Eagle, the Brahma Bull, or the Ravenous Raven.
Can I know where the tattoo was?
The
That's
tattoo
not
was
gonna help
on
me.
his arm, on his tricep area.
You know, if I had paid more attention when seeing him, probably would know the answer. I'm gonna go with the bull.
You're gonna go with the bull. So you're saying Brahma Bull.
Yes.
You are correct.
Yes!
The Rock was the Brahma Bull. He had a bull on his arm right here.
Dang.
And then recently in the past year, he's covered it with a full shoulder tat of like
really?
Skull of some kind. Yeah. But used to just have that there. But yeah, The Rock has numerous nicknames. The Electrifying one is one. But, yeah, I had to steal that for the eagle. I was trying to think of, like, alliteration. I was like, oh, God, my balls there. All right. And then thinking of animals was hard, too. I was like, okay, stallion works. What the fuck else? All right. Questions.
Oh, God, animals.
Now, some of these questions Kate might also know. I did tell her I was going to kind of test her memory of what I've told her before. So, this is one of those.
I'm so worried because now it's like, okay, I should know this because you've told me, but I probably won't remember.
All right, so NXT superstar Tyler Breeze, a.k.a. Prince Pretty.
Oh, no. Okay.
Enters to the ring along with, 4 options are, a mirror, a fan group, paparazzi, or a selfie stick.
Selfie stick.
It is a selfie stick. Nice job. She remembers. He does come out with a selfie stick with a phone.
I remember seeing him do that.
We watched video that goes on the Tron. Now, out of these 4 options, I will have you know that a fan group and paparazzi have both been used in wrestling as people come out. There was a group.
Boy.
There was a guy called Adam Rose, also an NXT superstar, who had a group of fans that was a dance party with him called the Rosebuds. When he left, another guy from NXT came up with his name being No Way Jose, having a
yes,
techno
I remember
song.
we watched it. That's the best song of all of them.
He inherited the Rosebuds and pretty much made his own fan group. And then we had a group in the mid-2000s called Eminem. It was, Morrison. What's Morrison's name? Wow, I'm forgetting his first name. Oh, crap. Anyways, it was no, not Morrison, because that's John Morrison. I'm sorry. Joey Mercury, that was the first M. Okay. Johnny Nitro was the N, and Melina was their manager, was the M and the other M, so M and M. And they came out with people bringing out a red carpet and paparazzi taking their photos.
Amazing.
Yep.
Amazing. I have never been in the world of wrestling. I have never watched wrestling. I've never had any experience until we were together, and it just blows my mind the things that you have shown me that people do.
On to question 3. The Phenom, The Undertaker, the Dead Man, is announced when coming down to the ring from what location? Is it?
Oh, I think I know.
Okay. Is it Death Valley, Hell, Parts Unknown, or Snakebite, Florida?
Oh, crap. Maybe I don't know.
Once again, your options are Death Valley, Hell, Parts Unknown, or Snakebite.
I think... Okay, I would say Hell, but I think I remember people saying Parts Unknown in something that we watched. I'm going to go with Parts Unknown.
Okay, final answer is Parts Unknown.
Yes.
That is incorrect.
Crap!
Death Valley was the correct answer.
Oh, no!
So, Parts Unknown is a good one. That is actually used for quite a few superstars. There's a legend called the Ultimate Warrior, who is from Parts Unknown. And then I think the Boogeyman might be from Parts Unknown, or he's from Under Your Bed. I think they did that gimmick.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
And then Hell, I believe, is where Kane, Undertaker's brother, is billed from. But...
Okay.
And then the last one was a tough one. I was like trying to think of a theme here. Snakebite, Florida, is where from Bray Wyatt, aka the Fiend, is now billed from. So I had to. I was like, all right, that works.
Is he the guy that they like raise up out of the floor?
That is a good one though. That is Aleister Black.
Oh, that's who I was thinking of. Hell, that's Tattoo Man. Okay. Okay.
No, Undertaker's the one, long black hair, eyeliner.
Dead
guy.
Dead guy.
Dead guy.
That's where I was confused.
He was the one with the manager who had the urn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Paul Bearer was the manager.
Yep.
All right. Question 4. A wrestler you know very well. Ricochet, a.k.a. as Kate calls him, Shiny Pants.
Shiny Pants. He's my favorite.
This is another review question. Used to wrestle under this animal named gimmick.
Okay.
Was it Red Rooster, Prince Puma, Luchasaurus, or Shark Boy?
Shark Boy. I also like Luchasaurus. Shout out to that one. I think it was Prince Puma.
Prince Puma is correct.
Yes.
So, fun fact, I will have you know, all 4 names I listed were actual wrestlers and are actual wrestlers.
That they are. I'm not even surprised.
Red Rooster was a guy in the 80s who had a red mohawk and literally walked around like a chicken. He was in the top 10 list. Prince Puma, obviously Ricochet. He was from Lucha Underground. Luchasaurus is a current wrestler and is a badass. If you don't know who Luchasaurus is, you should go check him out. He's in the AEW promotion, but he's a tall-ass guy who can do lucha moves. It's fucking nuts.
Cool.
And then Shark Boy was a guy in TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Does
he wear a shark fin?
Not just a shark fin. He wears a shark mask that has a shark fin. And he does the little shark fin up there. He wears a bodysuit that has all shark stuff on it.
Awesome.
And in TNA, he had a tag team partner going by the name of Curry Man, who is literally a guy in an orange jumpsuit with a genie-style mask and a little bowl of curry on his head.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Of course. Of course.
All right, this one might be another review, but we'll see. Question 5. This superstar loves their name so much that they shout it to the heavens when they come down to the ring.
Adam Cole, baby!
All right, didn't even need to read out the answers. That is right. My other options were Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, and AJ Styles, but B got it right away.
I like that one.
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't really seen much of him besides him entering the ring.
Yeah.
But I get hyped as all hell when he enters the ring, so I like it.
Your current NXT champion. All right, on to question 6. Shawn Michaels, a.k.a. the Heartbreak Kid, a.k.a. the Showstopper, has a finisher that is a kick to his opponent. What is it called? Is it called the Heartstopper, Lights Out, Finale Kick, or Sweet Chin Music?
Sweet Chin Music. Will you read the question again?
Sure thing. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, the Showstopper, has a finisher that is a kick to his opponent. What is it called? Heartstopper, Lights Out, Finale Kick, or Sweet Chin Music?
See, I feel like Heartstopper makes sense with his name, but I also feel like that might be too obvious. I'm gonna go with Sweet Chin Music because it's ridiculous, and whenever there's a ridiculous answer, usually it's the right one.
You are correct. Sweet Chin Music is the finisher. Damn, I thought I was going to throw you for a loop with Heartstopper and Lights Out for Showstopper, but no, apparently not. Yes, you actually saw this finisher. It's where he stands in the corner and smacks his foot into the ground to tune up the band, and then he goes and kicks him in the face.
Yep.
All right, so B, I think you've only gotten one wrong so far, and that was the Undertaker one. So you're doing good. So you're through 5 out of 6 right now.
All right.
All right, on to question 7. The Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff, have been around for years. One weird gimmick that they were a part of was they were vampires, they were part of a boy band, they were superheroes, or they were hippies.
Uh-oh. Because all of these are real ones.
So once again, what weird gimmick were they part of? Were they vampires, a boy band, superheroes, or hippies?
And they're currently wrestling.
Currently they are wrestling. Matt has been a little off camera. And Jeff is currently out with, I believe, a shoulder injury. But yes, they're both still wrestling actively at WWE.
Okay. Crap.
This will be a tough one, because I have not given you any context of this particular gimmick. I have shown you the Brother Nero and Broken Matt gimmick.
Right.
But I have not shown you this one.
And that one is bizarre as hell.
Yes, it is.
Read the options one more time.
Sure thing. Vampires, a boy band, superheroes, or hippies.
And you haven't shown me the video.
correct.
I'm gonna go with superhero.
Superheroes. Final answer.
Yeah.
That is incorrect. They were not
Oh,
superheroes.
no.
They were, in the early 90s, part of a group that was vampires. So they didn't have teeth. However, they were full Hot Topic-esque gear, like the chain pants without the chains. They had dark shirts usually. They had armbands on. And that's where they pretty much got their entire look for most of their career. They were managed by a gentleman named Gangrel, who was a legit vampire. And they would ride, their entrance was a dark, ominous tone for a while until they got their main theme, was a dark, ominous tone where there was a circle of fire on the ground, and they would ride an elevator up through the fire. Gangrel would then, as they would proceed to walk to the ring, drink a cup of blood and then spit it out up into the air.
I shouldn't be surprised. I keep telling myself this. Whenever you tell me things about wrestling, I always say I shouldn't be surprised, but I always am.
There's a lot of stuff in wrestling. There's a lot of stuff.
Oh, boy.
Fun fact, all of these gimmicks have been used. Boy band, I think I showed you 3 count
I remember
in
the
WCW.
boy band.
Superheroes.
I think I remember the hippies.
There's been a few different hippies. I don't know if I've shown you any particular ones that are coming to mind right now. There's one guy in the 90s called Dude Love, who's another guy who's taken on multiple characters. And then there was a gentleman in NXT, is now over in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he was known as CJ Parker, but he was a love child in NXT. And then last but not least, superheroes has been used also numerous times. There was a recent superstar called Adrian Neville who went under kind of a superhero gimmick, just came out with a cape and stuff. And then there was one in the early 2000s as the Hurricane, which you know from the top 10 gimmick. And then he also had a superhero in training called Rosie. Now, B, I want you to take a moment. What does superhero in training stand for? Or actually come up to be?
Sit?
Shit.
Oh,
superhero in training.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Yep.
no.
Oh, yes.
No. Oh, no. Oh,
all right.
boy.
On to question 8. This is a character I know you've heard of, but I don't think I've given you any inclination of what this is. Godfather was an interesting character and gimmick in the 90s and early 2000s, where he brought hoes to the ring, aka the hoe train.
Oh, yeah, the hoe
After
train.
some time, he changed characters to which of these? Was he a priest, a police officer, a censorship group member, or a rock star?
Oh, boy. I remember the hoe train.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my feelings about that. I want to say... he totally flip-flopped and was a priest.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay. That is incorrect.
Crap.
You were on the right track, though, where the character was a complete 180. He was a censorship group member.
You know,
he was
that
part of
been...
a team called Right to Censor. It was him and 3 other individuals, I believe, maybe 4.
Okay.
They wore black pants, black shoes, a button-up white shirt, and a black tie. Instead of the Godfather, he was known as the Good Father. And they literally had a siren as their theme. Wah, wah, with the big circle cross, like no sign. They were against sex, they were against swearing, they were against everything.
Oh, so it's like Max when they're playing that. Yeah. No.
Yes.
No. Wow. Right. Amazing.
Question 9. The New Day is now a very popular group who likes pancakes, unicorns, and dancing around. However, When they first debuted as a team, they were a gospel group, a circus troupe, government officials, or a general manager and creative for the show.
Do I know who these people are?
So you know one member. So Austin Creed, aka Xavier Woods, is part of New Day.
Okay.
Once again, you
read the
have,
options again.
Yep,
Yes, thank you.
Gospel group, circus troupe, government officials, or general manager and creative for the show.
I'm gonna say gospel group, only because in those videos that we've watched, his voice is amazing when he's singing those intro songs.
Okay. You are correct. They were a gospel group. Now, this one was tough for me because, like, okay, how do I define what they were? So they weren't a gospel group in that they were singing or that it was necessarily religious.
Okay.
They were focused on the power of positivity. P.O.P. Hold it down.
Okay.
They, during their vignettes or promos leading to their debut as a team, would have a gospel choir behind them doing the whole, like amp up the crowd, clap on. So it was like, okay.
Okay.
That gimmick surprisingly did not take off very well, but they decided to flip it and be more themselves, and they have exploded with Kofi Kingston, one of the members being the current WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Excuse me. Last question, question 10.
All right.
Going back to the Hardys, but more specifically Matt Hardy.
Uh-oh.
Matt Hardy, one of his characters in the early 2000s, was called Matt Hardy version 1. He was very full of himself, and he was the best thing since sliced bread. Matt Hardy had an apprentice/sidekick at one point, Shannon Moore. What was he referred as by Matt? Was he his Hardy disciple, his Mattitude follower, his Matt Messiah, or his Hardy handyman?
Those are all amazing. Will you read them again?
Sure thing. Was he referred to as Hardy disciple, Mattitude follower, Matt Messiah, or Hardy handyman?
I'm going to go with the first one.
You're going to go with Hardy disciple.
Yes.
Okay. That is incorrect.
Oh,
The correct answer was Mattitude follower.
Oh,
Mattitude was a way of life, and Shannon needed to learn from it.
Oh, boy.
So Shannon was his first Mattitude follower, if you will, as Matt has said, his first MFer. Yeah, I got it. That's the only reason I put this question in. So that's been WWE Trivia throughout the eras. B, you did a good job. Let's see. Final score. You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6 out of 10 right.
All right.
Not too shabby.
Not bad.
Nice job.
I learned many things.
You did. Chat, if you guys want to see another round of wrestling trivia, you just let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to do that. It's a little tough thing in those 10 questions, but I'll definitely see if I can think of some more.
It was fun, though.
I'm glad you had fun. You did a really good job.
I would do it again.
You did a really good job with that. I had fun just explaining all the intricacies. Like, no, this is legit. That actually happened. Because, yeah, like you said, in the world of wrestling, oh my God, there's so many things that occurred. Like, I had so many options for the animal gimmick question. I was like, oh, there's a lot of dumb ones. Alrighty.